Hey, what's up? I haven't done a video in literally forever. Like, I think my last video was like weeks ago, and I really haven't anything to talk about except for now I have a great thing to talk about. And what is my hair doing? I don't know. Anyways, there's hairs everywhere on me now that I've been home. Anyways, so the other night, or for anyone who knows me, I enjoy sports, and one of the sports that I happen to enjoy, mostly watching, I like playing a little bit, is basketball. I suck at it, so that's why I just suck at it. That's why I don't play it very often. But anyways, so I'm over at, for those who know me again, my girlfriend's house, Rachel, and her brother was out there, and I'm shooting hoops with her brother, just having a fun time. And the kid's 9, so I'm trying to make him laugh. I'm doing these like funny shots, some trick shots. Like, I'll spin around, wouldn't like miss it, and all that kind of like messed up shit. But anyways, so I'm out there house shooting hoops, making fun. I thought, hey, it'd be cool just like act like I'm some NBA stars and like make this kid laugh a bit. And so I was like, oh, Tim Duncan, like no emotion afterwards, or like Kobe and like all these other ones. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to make fun of some Steph Curry, because for those who know me, I don't really like Steph Curry. I liked him when the year they won the championship, but then after that, it kind of just got really annoying. But anyway, so I was just like standing like super far back, taking shots. I'm like, oh, Steph Curry. And I was like missing everyone because I suck. And anyways, so long story short, making fun of Steph Curry in that kind of way is not the greatest idea. So I took one of the shots, and Rachel's brother grabbed the ball and was like, hey, pass it back, pass it back. And he decided to pass it under his legs for some reason, almost like he was long snapping a football. And so he threw it to me, and as I went to reach for it, next thing you know, I just remember I felt like I was being stabbed in my back, like right here, like my butt's here. I was stabbed like right here. And I was like in super pain, and it like hurt like nothing else. And I'm just like crouched on the ground and kind of like in a leapfrog kind of position type thing. And I was just like, this hurts and I can't stand up straight. And so Rachel was like, you okay? Blah, 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 blah. Do you need something? Or I can't, here, let's help you up. I'm like, no, I can't stand up. And so I like kind of lay down my back, and I was in pain, and I was trying to sit up and I couldn't sit up. And I was like, I'm gonna die here at like 8 at night on their driveway. It's not gonna be fun. And so basically I was laying there for, I think it was like 10 minutes. Rachel said it was 5, and she told me to stop being a pussy about it. But it was legit like 10 minutes. And so then she ran inside and got an ice pack for me. And I was like, okay. And so I was able to, I couldn't roll on my side because it hurt, and I couldn't put pressure on my right leg because it hurt, and I eventually rolled onto my stomach, and that was terrible because it hurt. And so I was able to get into like a woman's push-up position, like, you know, with the knees down and like the arms on the ground type of thing, and it didn't hurt then for some reason. And so then eventually I was able to get up, and I couldn't stand straight up. So basically, the way I was standing, I was kind of walking like this. I could not go any higher than this. And I was like this. And it hurt like crazy. And so I was able to walk. And so I walked back in the house, and they got me an ice pack and eventually got me like a heat pack kind of thing. I was doing that off and on, watching a movie with her family and stuff. And so eventually it was like, oh, I got to go home because I have to work at 8:30 in the morning. And I was thinking like, okay, if this doesn't go away in the morning, I'm going to call in, be like, I can't come in. I did something to my back. I don't know. And so I was really hoping it didn't, because I didn't want to lose like 5 hours. I was scheduled for like 7 or 8 hours to work, but I'd work like 2 extra hours during the week. And so I didn't really want to lose on like 5 or 6 hours. And especially with me paying a big chunk of tuition for college. And, so Rachel got me home, and she wasn't going to leave until I was basically in my bed. And so I crawled onto my bed, laid down. I was like, I don't know. Like, I can lay here, but the question is, can I get up to change my clothes? And that was probably a good thing that I decided to change my clothes at that point. I mean, I was in the gym shorts and a t-shirt, no big deal. And that's where we usually go to bed. But I was like, no, I should probably like throw on some like sweats or something. And because it was a little chilly out. And so I was like trying to get up and I couldn't. And it felt like it was just worse. And I'd just come back from being inside the house telling my dad what had happened. And he was like, oh, just lay on the ground, stretch it out, blah, blah, blah. And so I was like, I don't know. And she goes, well, do you need to go to the hospital? And I live legit, like not legit. Is that the right word? Legit? No, literally. I literally live within walking distance of a hospital. Like on my way to work, when I bike to work or walk to work, I literally pass the hospital. I'm on like the opposite side of the street. And it's like one of the biggest hospitals in Washington, Valley Medical. And so Rachel's like, do we need to take you to the hospital? I was like, you know what? That might be a good idea because I have no clue what I did. And it's just like worse than earlier. And I'm still like hunched over big time. Like her mom joked that I was the Hunchback of Notre Dame. And I was like, funny. And so she took me to the hospital and I'm getting there. And they're like, okay, we'll check you in. What did you do? Blah, blah, blah. Okay. We need ID and do you have insurance? I was like, I don't have the insurance card on me because my family's going to freaking California for 2 weeks the next morning. And so everything's all packed away and I'm stuck here with my sister because we have to work until she leaves tomorrow. But anyways, so we get to the ER and I'm sitting there and they like bring me to the back and they're like, okay, blah, 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 check this. What's your name, age, blah, blah, blah. Have you been drinking? All this stuff. I was like, no, I haven't. I mean, I had a drink I think the day before. I don't think I had one that day. But anyways, I'm legal. I'm 21. It's okay. But anyways, so I was just like all this pain, and the chair was super comfy. It was just amazing, and it was like positioned perfectly so I could sit up without pain. But anyways, so they're like, okay, well, we're gonna have you go wait in the lobby because it's kind of busy and we have no room. So I was like, okay. So we sit there and we're waiting there for a few minutes, and next thing they're like, hey, Colton, come back here. And so I went back there, and they're like, okay, well. Usually we either take like the people who are critical, like gonna die, or we're gonna take like the ones which we're just gonna check it out and send you home with a prescription or some Advil or something. So I apparently went ahead of 16 people with my minor injury. And also this was at like, by the time I was seen by the ER doctor, because urgent care is closed, which I got a whole like guilt trip about that from my mom. She's like, you should have gone to the emergent care. You should have waited out. Ibuprofen's like, I had ibuprofen and it didn't work. And urgent care is now open at midnight. And so, I just lost my train of thought. Anyways, the doctor finally saw me and he's like, okay, how'd you do it? And then stretch my leg. I'm like, well, it doesn't hurt when I stretch my leg. It just hurts when I try and stand up. And he's like, okay, well, we're going to like give you all these prescriptions. You can fill them out here until like 2 in the morning. And it's like 1:30 in the morning at this time. And so then another doctor came in and gave me a bunch of drugs that start with the letter V. And he's like, you're going to be sleeping really well tonight. And I'm just like, I really hope so because I got to work in the morning. Which at this point, I'm probably not going to be working in the morning. And so then this other person comes in to register stuff. And she's like, oh, what's your insurance? And I was like, well, I think I remember it. I mean, it's kind of packed away at the moment. I don't have it on me. And so she's like, well, it's going to be like $900. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can't afford $900. I'm freaking waiting for my paycheck, which went to the wrong account, apparently. All this issues with my paycheck right now. I don't even have $900 with the paycheck. And so then Rachel was like, I think it was this like insurance. I'm just like, that sounds right. And so the lady checked and she's like, oh yeah, that's Kathleen Royal. Yeah, okay. She looked at me and I was like, I mean, my sister was in here like last summer, like around this time anyways, for some like, she was like dying from like not being able to breathe about something. She was passing out. Long story. I don't even know the details of that one. But so then we got out of there and picked up my prescriptions, which one was like pretty much like super ibuprofen. And the other two were muscle relaxers. And so I got home, I went to bed, I was feeling better. I was still hunched over like crazy. And I get in bed, and I sleep through the night. I wake up to my alarm. And I was like, okay, well, it's still like super painful. I can't sit up. Because I sleep in the shed, everything is like, 'cause the shed, it's not like a shed with like a lawnmower in there. It's like it was like a playhouse for one time. It's decent sized. It's like a little mini apartment without electricity or water or plumbing. So I come in the house for those and an extension cord outside for electricity. But long story short, not even a long story short, but so I was like, oh, my stuff is inside the house. I'm going to call work and be like, I can't go in. So I was like, okay, since I'm opening, but I go in like an hour after, I'm scheduled to go in an hour after whoever's supposed to open with me. And so first I called up my work and nobody answered. So I called again, nobody answered. I was like, I remember one of my managers gave me his phone number due to my whole paycheck thing. So I was like, okay. So I like get up and like, oh, I'm in pain. So I grab his phone number and I dial it in. And it was Little Caesar's Pizza. I was like, what? What the heck? Why is it Little Caesar's? And so I was like, okay, what the heck? I'll just call my boss because I remember I had her number. And I called her up and it ends up I was supposed to be opening with her. And I was like, I strained my back, which I forgot to mention. Yeah, it was a muscle strain. And so it's like, I strained my back last night. I can't really walk. I was at the ER for like 3 or 4 hours last night. Is there a way where I can contact someone about filling in my shift? And she's like, I'll figure it out for you. Get better. I'm almost there anyways. Bye. And so I was like, okay, thank you. So I hung up and I slept for a little bit longer. My girlfriend came back over here and checked on me. My mom checked on me and grilled me about all the hospital stuff and how it's expensive. And I was like, I didn't really have a choice. I was dying. And I mean, my manager who gave me his phone number and ends up at Little Caesars, he had a great laugh about it. He's like, I'm going to tell my girlfriend about what number did I give you? And he's like, ah. And that's a different story. I'll tell that one some other time. But long story short, it was my first time in the ER for a stupid reason. So long story short, don't make fun of Steph Curry. It's going to hurt. You're going to like strain your lower back. And I'm still in pain right now. I'm not on the meds because I can handle it at this point. But it's a little like, I can see him straight, but it's a little like achy sore. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, check out all my other old videos that make no sense anymore and how stupid they are. Follow me on Twitter at CRoyalBird13. The C is capitalized, but I don't know if that matters. Follow me on Instagram. I don't use it very much. And I don't have a phone, so I have like this like app thing on my laptop. Emulator thing on my laptop, which means we run it, so it's from my laptop. They suck. But anyways, Instagram, CRoyalBirdman. That's a lowercase. And I don't care about Facebook. I'm not giving that out. Obviously, YouTube, CRoyalBirdman. And if you can find my Tumblr, have fun. I can't remember that one anyways. But don't make fun of Steph Curry when you're shooting hoops. It hurts.